a very adorable scene where he meets their pet dog and he's just having a conversation with it. He was like, "I'm sorry for intruding on your home. With you, our love will make it through." Not you as in you and I, chat. I'm talking about the anime we're about to talk about. The weird one. Probably the third or second weirdest anime I've ever seen. And I'm not talking about scenes that are weird. I'm talking about the very concept of the anime is weird. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, a lot of fun, chat. A lot of fun with this particular type of anime where this high school girl, hopefully she's of age, because I do know the other character is like 16. I don't know, chat. Either way is weird. Not even the age part. It's just we'll see. So she's on her way to school, as you do when you're, a teenager. School stinks, chat, right? But what makes it worse is that you have people like this. I'm not judging, all right? I'm not judging her. However, in this school or particular universe, we have beastmen. And not any kind of beastmen. I'm talking about dog men. Like they haven't introduced any felines, or at least I only watched the first episode, but all I've seen was just dog people. I'm sure there's other. Now here's the crazy thing about this is that the premise is that you have a government who experimented on human cells and animal DNA. Cells, DNA, it's all the same thing, right, chat? It's all the same. As long as you're paying your taxes, you can be whatever you want to be. As long as you're paying your taxes, you can be whatever you want to be. You can identify as an attack helicopter if you like. Is that offensive? Whatever. So they live in this community that's been walled off by the Japanese government because they don't want your kind hanging out with their kind. Yeah, I said it with a little country accent just to make my point across. However, the thing is with this is that they're technically able to leave their little area to go into the other world as long as they have a proper passport or something like that, So they're not caged, but they kind of are at the same time. You know what I mean, chat? You know what I mean? But I wonder what kind of different species. We're pretty much got in here is Zootopia, pretty much. All right here is Zootopia. Outside is where the humans are. That's pretty much how it works. I'm assuming. Felipe, thank you very much for the like. So here we have the teacher says, "Hey, everybody, get ready. We're gonna have dog people coming to school with us." The girl's like, "I heard dog people were like they bite and stuff. Like, that's crazy." Yeah, that's also kind of racist. Not all or speciesist. Speciesist. Yeah, that's a proper word. Well, now here's the crazy thing about this. I'm getting ahead of myself. The crazy thing is that how they were created were like they're different species, right? That were created by mankind. Now the crazy part is they're actually doing this in real life. Look it up. Look it up. I'll wait. Did you look it up? That was fast. Anyway, so I don't know if it was China or Japan, but one of the two governments, if other governments aren't doing it behind the scenes, are splicing animal DNA with human DNA. How far to the extent they're doing this, I have no idea. But in a few years, we're going to have not only AI people, artificial intelligence and robots and all that fun stuff, and we're going to have beast people. And then we're going to have alien people, and then we're going to have lizard people. And you think it'll be offensive if we start making our own lizard people? You think the lizard people that watch us from the shadows would be offended by that? I'm sure they'll find it fine. It's not offensive. Yeah. Either way, chat, this anime is hits way too close to home. So I recommend giving it a try. This is more of a you'll see what I'm talking about. This is more of a I feel like girls might like this more than the boys. Yeah. It depends on what other character they introduce. If they introduce some cute character, then sure that I think the boys will love it. But for the most part, I think this is more of a romance between for girls. If I'm being honest, chick flick. There it is, the chick flick. Not a flick for chickens. I'm talking about a chick as in a female who you like. Whatever, you get it. If you don't get it, Chad, I can't teach you everything. But you have our main character who sees this dog guy. Like, oh my goodness, you're tall and other things and fluffy and other things. And she's like, I gotta have that. Now, from the outside looking in, I'm like, you're a creep. Chat. I don't know if you remember this, but a long time ago, uh, ladies were there were some ladies out there who were being public about uh the equivalent of peanut butter. You know what I'm talking about, chat? You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. If you don't get it, I'm sorry. But there's some ladies who just been open about that. And everyone was like, "What?" Yeah. It's a strange world we live in, chat. Again, I'm not here to judge you. All right? Would I do that? Not at all. Anyway, she's freaking out. She says, "Oh my goodness, she doesn't understand her emotions for this dog beast guy." All right? He's strong, he's tall, fluffy. He's got a dog face and a dog nose. Dog face and dog nose. The face and the nose are kind of two different things. You know what I mean, chat? Fluffy ears and all that stuff. And in all honesty, I think anyone would be happy to be around someone like this. They're like, oh my goodness, you got fur all over. You're fluffy. I think anything that's fluffy is nice, chat. Now, I know some of you are like, Candy, are you a furry? Not at all. I know someone asked me what my favorite animal was, and they're like, I don't. I don't have a favorite animal. Not one bit. I mean, cats are jerks. Dogs are unpredictable sometimes. They're loyal but unpredictable. Then you got horses who kick people in the face. Chat, I don't really care too much for animals. I like to watch them in the zoo, but that's about it. If I get too close to them, they're going to rip my face off. No, thank you. I'm good. This is the moneymaker. See that? See that? All that right there? That's the moneymaker. Yeah, I can't let that go anywhere. Anyway, enough about me. More about the anime, huh? Jeez, I know you guys are already asking about me, but nah, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. So we meet her friends, which, in all honesty, I think her friends are pretty interesting. You got the more emo kind of girl, I would say. Right? That would make sense, right? There's an actual name for how tsundere and all the other Tsunada and whatever that stuff, right? You know what I mean? But I think her friends are pretty well designed. I hope they end up getting some deeper story, because I like their design more than I like the main character's design. I don't know what it is, chat. Sometimes people strike gold, sometimes they don't. The man beast comes to class for the first day, and everyone's like, oh, ooh, ah, he's tall, he's furry, he's gonna have back problems. He's gonna have back problems. There's no way he doesn't have back problems. You can't be that tall and have back problems, chat. Nope. If you're tall, back problems. If you got big gazungas, gonna have back problems. If you love being on your phone all day, I don't know if you're gonna have back problems. I don't really, I'm not really sure. I hope not, because I think everybody's on their phone until they get the brain chip. Anyway, she starts freaking out like, oh my goodness, he's in my class of all classes. And you would think, because she's the main character, she would be sitting next to the window. No, she's sitting one spot from the window, because he's got the window. Also, about the chibi face. Remember I told you a while ago, chat? You remember that, right? Yeah. But Katie, I've never seen your video for the first time. This is the first time. Nah. In the past life, everyone's seen Candy's videos. So we have a situation where we see chibi face. And I've told you before, chat, I'm not a big fan of chibi face. I feel like for a lot of times it just destroys the seriousness of any anime. However, this is more of a romance kind of thing, you know what I mean? I'm not big into romance anime. In fact, it was kind of hard to finish the first episode, but I did. Will I watch the second episode? No, not whatsoever. I think I'm good. Is it a good romance anime? Yeah, it's decent, very decent, good premise. I kind of want to watch another, because I've seen I'm really interested in seeing what the other characters are like, but at the same time, it's like I feel like I'm just watching a woman's fantasy. And as we go along with this, you will start to see what I'm talking about. So she's freaking out and said, oh my goodness, he's sitting right next to me in the same class. Ooh, ah, ooh-ee. So by the end of the day, we see the main character, or the love interest, is walking home. Then you got these two hoodlums or wannabe hoodlums is right there. Now here's the thing: we have a situation that we kind of seen this before in some animes, where the character can't do anything because he would get in trouble, right? And if he gets in trouble, he's going to get sent back to his cage and lose his license or whatever, right? That's the kind of situation like you have here. I always found anime to be weird in that way. Like Persona 5, I think it is, where the premise is the main character, he's like he got in trouble because he tried to help some screaming lady, but he got arrested. And now he's got it's so weird. I know it's not like that in real life, I hope. I don't know what's going on over there in Japan, but it's always when you try to do something good, you get in trouble in a lot of anime. I hate that. Should they change it? No. I'm just saying I hate it when that happens. When you try to be a nice guy, it ends up happening. There have been situations. I don't know if it's in China or Japan where if you try to help somebody, they can sue you. It's very weird. I think I heard that being a Chinese thing. Who knows, Chad? Who knows? So he can't stand up to these bullies because racist or speciesist people. They don't like his dog face. They don't like him sniffing butts. I don't know what their issue is, chat. They just don't want to see it. And she's not standing up to him either. Maybe you got to be American, chat. Maybe American women are much more backbone-ish. Is that what that is, chat? Is it rare to see a Japanese woman who stands up to bullying like this? Who knows, chat? Who knows? Another chibi face. I actually like the chibi face in this one. Only because it's like sci-fi. Like, not sci-fi, but it's a romance kind of thing. Chibi face and something that's more serious, it kind of ruins it for me.
It's cause he has a Doberman face.
Like, big time.
He needs a golden retriever face.
He needs a golden retriever face? That's chibi face, chat. Sometimes I hate it. For the most part, I hate chibi face, but sometimes it works. With this sci-fi, it works. And hello, King Remedy, how are you? So, he managed to get away from the bullies by running on the side. And now it looks like he's about to beat the crap out of this girl. That's what it looks like. That's not what's going to happen, but I can understand how this goes. You see on the news, man beast beats the crap out of some girl who had nothing to do with the situation and then runs off. Yeah, that'd be a wild anime. I'm like, whoa, I didn't see that coming at all. That would have been wild. But it's a romance. I mean, you can still have a romance and get beat up, right? It'd be like a toxic relationship. Like, what happened to you? Oh, my man beat me up. Like, why don't you leave him? Like, it's not so simple, Sarah. It's not so simple. Yeah, that's how it goes. You know what I mean, chat. You know what it is. Yeah.
Thank God he doesn't have a pit bull face.
Anyway, thank God he doesn't have a pit bull face. I mean, man, those pit bulls are crazy. Look, I'm not saying all pit bulls are bad, but the trend is high, right? I told you before, chat, I don't have a favorite animal. I don't mess with animals. I stay away from animals. I'm kind enough to be to not get hurt by one, but at the same time, I would love to have a crow that follows me. Yeah, a pet crow. He gives me nickels and I give him $1. I don't know how you train crows. Do they like money? Yeah, they like money. Anyway, he falls into the river and she helps him out of the river because apparently she believes beastmen can. That was very stupid, by the way. She was like, "Oh no, he can't swim. I'm gonna jump in there after him." I'm like, in what world have you ever seen an animal that can't swim? Now I know you're saying, Candy, calling him an animal is insensitive to his species, and I say, be quiet. That makes sense. But come on now. I've never seen an animal that can't swim. Heck, even fish can swim. Yeah, there's a point somewhere in that, but whatever. Are fish an animal? Anyway, so they get wet. And she was like, hey, how about you come to my house and we could dry up? Not, hey, can you go to your home and I'm going to go to my home and then we'll dry up. No. Weird stuff, right? Like, if I got wet somewhere, I'm not going to my friend's. Well, maybe actually that makes sense. So if I got wet somewhere, I'm not going to get invited to some lady's house that I don't know to dry off. That's how, like, what happened to Candy? Oh, he went to Mrs. Touchy's house. He went to Mrs. Touchy? Oh my goodness. What did the bookkeeper do? Oh, she's in prison for the rest of her life now for what she did to that lady. She'll be out next week though. Oh my gosh. Yeah, yo, chat, don't go to some girl's house. Don't just go to a random girl's house. That's how you get, I don't know. What if she like harvests organs or whatever? She said, oh, but she seems nice. You know, I think she loves me. I think we're going to be together for the rest of our lives. Or she might just take your kidneys. Take half of your kidneys. And you're asking, like, why would she take half instead of the whole thing? Like, well, because she's stupid. She doesn't know how this stuff works, so she thinks if she's just taking half your kidneys. The bookkeeper learned how to make a prison shank. That's oh gosh. Just don't be careful where you go, chat. Just because she looks nice, just because she got mommy milkers or whatever you people call them. And I say you people, and as in you people who love saying that word, because I think that's a very cringy term. People who genuinely say that is like very weird to me. But here, hey, I'm not judging you, even though I just did. I'm not. Say you, like, you know, keep on saying it, chat. That's all you. Just because she's got, you know, gazungas and all that, like all the looks, doesn't mean you should just go to her house at any point in time. All right? She's going to take your kidneys if you're lucky. So she invites him to her home. And then you see the mom. You know what the crazy thing is? This doesn't look like a stereotypical anime mom, if I'm being honest. Maybe the apron, sure, but the haircut, I don't think I recall seeing someone with a haircut like this. I don't know, chat. I just don't recall seeing something like that. So she's like, oh, you're both wet. Well, all right. Just come on in. Get your dog. You know we have a dog now, right? You know
she doesn't have the dead mom haircut. You know,
she doesn't have the dead mom haircut. Oh, what is the dead mom haircut? Like the ponytail or something like that? Is that the dead mom haircut? Let's ask Batman. Anyway, so they go to her home to dry off, right? And then we see a dog. And well, but this is an adorable scene, by the way. A very adorable scene where he meets their pet dog, or what, a corgi or whatever they call this thing, and he's just having a conversation with it. He was like, "I'm sorry for intruding on your home." And here's the thing: the crazy thing about this scene is that earlier ago, during class, some teenagers came up to him and asked him, "Hey, can you speak to dogs?" Like one teenager asked him, like, "Can you speak to a dog because you're a dog?" Then some other teenager was like, "Hey, that's rude. Like, what if we ask you if you can speak to monkeys because you look like a monkey?" But because this guy is so chill, he was like, "Oh, it's all right. He's never tried because he's never seen a dog before," which is funny. Well, not funny. It's weird because his gated community doesn't have dogs. Chat. He lives in like a caged area, and you have to have a license to leave. So you pretty much got to be a good boy or a good girl to be able to leave your cage. Remember that, chat. Don't let them put chains on you, or move to America where they don't do that anymore. Anyway, chat, I always love a good smile, even if half the smile is gone. You know, the lips and everything. Whatever, I don't care. So she's picking on this dog wolf guy, chihuahua. I don't know what he is, chat. I'm not a dog person. I'm not a cat person either. I'm just me. I'm a gummy worms person. Yeah, I like a good gummy worm. No Diddy. All right, don't take it out of context. And she's kind of spying on him.
Shout out Honest Abe for freeing the slaves from chains.
Shout out Honest Abe for freeing the slaves from chains. Yeah, you know, he did a pretty good thing to that. That Honest Abe, you know, he did all right. Oh, that's funny. So here we have her peeking on him. It was like, "Hey, I can wash your shirt for you if you like." Do you need to wash your clothing if you fell into a river? Or should you just dry it, chat? I guess it depends on how it smells, right? If that river is like toxic waste, then you should probably, wash it. Maybe, no, just burn it and then just go get tested. Because you probably got all the HIVs. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, and all that. All the letters. Yeah. He's also ripped, by the way. He's got a lot of muscle. if you like look at it a little bit, it kind of looks like he just has a furry head and everything else is just blue. He got blue skin but a furry head. Yeah, you gotta squint. You gotta squint a little bit just to, you know, get the idea. So we have a situation where she's checking him out because he's ripped and all that crazy stuff, and I'm telling you, chat, it's a chick flick. Like, girls would love this romance kind of anime because I don't know. To be honest, chat, anything that's fluffy is nice. A nice fluffy bed, fluffy pajamas. I got fluffy pajamas I've never shown you before, chat. Yeah. Will I show you? No. No. Nuh-uh. Get yourself some fluffy pajamas. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So he's like, oh my goodness. There was a scene where their nose touch. All right. You know, a little like the nose touchy thing. So he's like, oh my goodness, she smells so sweet.
Thank God 2026 is stacked for anime because I am not watching this.
You don't want to watch some romance anime between a woman and a dog? Huh? Wow, King Remedy, I thought I knew you. I thought you would love an anime like this where a woman is having feelings for a dog man. Yeah. Anyway, next day at school, they're playing basketball. Apparently, Japan really loves their basketball. Yeah. That and skating. And golf, from what I hear. Yeah. And, of course, she's checking him out some more, right? Her friends. I'm more interested in what her friend's backstory is than whatever she's got going on in her proverbial brain. Proverbial? Perverted. There it is. Yeah. She needs to take a cold shower or whatever. And then we have the situation.
I don't mind romance, but between a dog is some white girl shit.
Yeah. I can see that, King Remedy. Then we have a scene where they're locked inside of a sports thing, and he's like, "You smell sweet," like, and he can't resist himself, right? So he licks her neck. Chat. This is when I realized I'm like, oh, I'm watching a female fantasy. Now, granted, there's nothing wrong with the female fantasy, right? Women can fantasize about whatever they want, all right? You do you. You do you. All I'm saying is that I didn't realize how far they were going to go with this. So it caught me off guard. Did I finish it? Finish the episode? I did. Will I watch any more of it? Probably not. Most likely not. But there is another character I really want to see. I just want to see what happens with the other character. King Remedy says, "This is a white chick smut book." Yeah, I think so. I'm assuming this is created by a woman, written by a woman. If it was written by a man, I'd be surprised. I'd be very surprised. The problem is, well, not even a problem, is that you can't really tell who makes anime nowadays because a lot of the anime creators have their identities hidden. That makes sense, you know? Yeah. And here's a scene that kind of made me think about something that I know about a lot of women. And that
against my better judgment, what's going on downstairs?
What's going on downstairs? What is going on downstairs? But we have a situation where a lot of women love the helplessness in a relationship or in their romantic get-togethers, for lack of a better term. And I just recall hearing that or seeing those similarities from like a lot of women that I know. And I know you're asking, Candy, how many women do you know? A lot. A lot. Too many. Where's the guy island? Wow, Candy, do you swing that way? No. Women are nice. Well, they're nice, but, you know, how do I say that? Women are nice, but I'm no simp. I'm no simp, chat. I would never simp for nobody. Maybe if you have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, then I might simp for you. Like, oh, wow, you looking mighty unugly today. That's how I pick up chicks, chat. You looking really unugly today. How about can I have that sandwich, please? You're looking very unugly today. Oh gosh. Use that on your to pick up a date and tell me how it works. That is crazy. You looking very not like garbage today. And can I have that sandwich? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. So she's like, oh my goodness, I'm helpless. I can't fight him off. He's so strong. He's too strong to fight off and everything. And it made me realize that a lot of women love 50 Shades of Grey. Again, chat, I'm not here to judge you on your preference in your dating life or dating experience. All right? I'm just pointed it out that that's what's going on in this particular anime. Something that a lot of people love and enjoy. That helplessness. I don't like helplessness. Thank you very much. And I definitely don't want no guy licking my neck. No man beast licking my neck. If you lick my neck, I'm calling the FBI. Chris Hansen's gonna sit you down like, hey, have a seat. Have a seat. Do you know Mr. Touchy? Because I asked him to have a seat too. That's a reference from a game we played. Don't worry about that, chat. I'm just rambling. Anyway, chat, if you like a little romance and you've been, I don't know, finding dogs attractive and you're a woman or a guy and you want to see a high school girl fall in love with a 16-year-old man beast boy, this is the anime for you. Hey, at least the premise is nice. The premise, what makes the premise so interesting is that it's kind of touching upon, not in terms of Mr. Touchy or Mrs. Touchy, it's touching upon what mankind is probably going to be going through in the future.
Straight ass.
Yeah. Okay, Rev, this says bro has dog breath. Straight butt. You know they're going to do some type of scene like that where some man beast is going to be licking his junk. Anyway, chat, let's move on with this. We're done with this anime. Give it a try. If you ever seen it, leave in the comments to tell me what you like to tell me what you think of it. Tell me what I might have gotten wrong. You know, tell me if their breath smells like dog butt. I don't know, chat. I don't know. Anyway, on with the rest of the show.